docked of a bay, wasting time. Alright, hey guys, how's it going? I'm going to be starting a tournament over here. Just let's go into it. Where is it at? Play. I don't know. Play online. It's taking too long. Too long! And then let's go ahead and jump on to a tournament. Oh, okay. Hey, Scotty, how's it going? Beam me up, Scotty. And let's find a tournament. I'm probably looking for a 3-minute, maybe a 5-minute. Okay. And now, starting right here, 1 minute, 1 minute, 3. Bug House. Oh, no. I guess we're doing a 5. Oh, no. Oh, there's a Stafford Gambit Arena. Ooh, unfortunately, all I see is a 3-2 arena. Bug House Arena. Dang it. Well, let me check and see if there's another one over here, I guess. I might just do another one over here on chess.com. I mean, Lead Chess, I guess. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll just do a 5-minute arena on here. And let's go ahead and switch over here to Lead Chess Arena. And we're back at it again, guys. Here we go. We're a few minutes late, but that's okay. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good here. Let's go ahead and Berserk. Half the time, double the points. Let's do it. All right, E4, C5. Okay. G6 here, interesting. D3. Oh, they're playing here a King's Indian attack. So let's go for it. Knight C6 here, D6, D5. Ooh, I'm rich. Interesting. That definitely seems wrong. Let's go knight to F6 here. I could play knight to D4 here right away, but the queen goes back, and I don't know. I'm hoping I can induce E5 here, and I'll play knight to D4, and then I can get my other knight to D5. And this will be a very good position for me. Not the worst, not the best. I'll say that. Here we go. Let's go ahead and castle. Why not? Castles are good for us. D5, D6 can get played. Remember, anybody watching is more than welcome to go ahead and recommend an opening, and I'd be more than happy to play. Let's go D5 here. E5. They'll try to keep the center closed here. Knight E8, and I'll play pawn F6 to force open the F file. That's the way that you do it. You got to force open the files here. Because their king's still in the center, and they don't have any good development. Oh, interesting. They played there. I guess I play pawn takes here and try to induce trades. Let's go knight to D4 here, attacking on C2 for a check. The best move for them, pawn to B6. Bishop B7 idea, bishop to A6. Let's go bishop B7 here. Trades are not bad for me. Pawn takes here would give an open file, so I can put pressure on C2 right here. So that would be nice. Awesome, awesome. Here we go. So now E4 is a little bit of a threat. And again, we're going to play rook C8 here in the future to play pressure on C2. Man, this opponent's just playing so interesting here. Let's go rook C8. Simple move here. And I'm trying to think. I'd like to play pawn F5 here, right? You know what? Knight D7, knight C5. That's a great idea. It puts pressure on E4 with the knight. Oh, perfect. Well, it comes with a tempo now. Knight D7, knight C5. And I'll put a piece to attack the queen, and also here, bishop's still defending over here, so I don't got to worry about that. That's always nice. Okay, E5 is interesting, but they can play F5. Let's just play queen C7 here. This puts pressure on C2, and because they move the bishop away, C2 has become weak. You think they'll play king to D1? It is a move, but they're not going to be castling anytime soon, and they're going to get into some trouble there. I don't know. They might do that. I can't say I condone that, but it is a move. It is a move. So just a free pawn here. So let's just take it. Queen takes on C2. Rook takes over here. Do not look a gift horse in the mouth. Is that what they say? I don't know. Double the rooks. Threatening to take the bishop now. And probably knight c5 next move might be good for me. Alright, rook over to f2. Attacking the bishop. Knight to d2 can get played there. Knight c5 is coming. Putting pressure on e4, and the knight's looking to go to d3. Man, our opponent's not playing the best right now. Here we go, knight c5. Looking to take on e4, looking to take or play knight to d3, which looks amazing. Maybe rook f1 gets played. But that just loses a pawn now. Rook takes, and now we can take on e4. Knight takes, and we're going to take with the bishop here, because we don't want to put ourselves into a pin. So knight takes here. And I'll play f6, e5 here. e5 is also another move here, too, to play, but I don't know why they're wanting to make so many trades here. Let's go f5. If we do make trades, at least let's try to make our position a little bit better. And my two beautiful passed pawns here. I can't see why this wouldn't be much better. So e3 now. Okay, there. Let's go e5. Bishop takes here, of course. Pawn to d3 would be great. a5 attacking the bishop. My rook would love to get to c2. Wow, okay. Rook takes. Check. Pawn takes. Now I have d3 or f3 here. This is just a disaster for them. Pawn up, and there's no way to... Oh, wait. King to d3, king there does stop it. But luckily for us, we have a king here, so we can bring that in to help us out. Bishop e1 might get played there, but this is just an easy loss right here. I mean, look at all my beautiful pawns here. They're just too beautiful. Just too beautiful. All right, that's it for them. Let's go to our next game. We're on the board here, 3 points. Let's see if we can get a few more. Let's see if we can get a few more. All right, rook to b1, queen to b6. Alien move. Alien move. Gotta watch out for that guy. It might be the witty alien in disguise. All right, come on, get us a game. How many players we got today? Only 200. That's it. Here we go. Let's berserk. We got to get ourselves a 24 or 2300. Let's see what opening we're playing against. c6, perfect. I like it nice and slow. Pawn to f3. We got ourselves the fantasy variation in the Caro Cant. Pawn to c4, one of my own inventions. Pawn takes c4, takes us into a gambit line. And, oh, that you could do that, of course. I'm not sure. Okay, perfect. We'll go e5. This transposes or now turns into a French line, which with this pawn structure, I really like. Knight b6, bishop to b3. Oh, knight to f3 real quick. I'm assuming knight b6 will get played. Bishop to d3. Now we have the Greek gift ideas, which he might miss. You think he'll miss it? Yep, he did not miss it. I think he heard me. a3 here. If they take, this is going to be great because this only helps fix our pawn structure. Bishop to e3. The idea, oh, perfect, bishop to d2. I really want them to take. Let's castle over here. f5 is in the future. c5 is a good move for them. King h1. I'm just jumping off this diagonal. c5. Pawn takes. And now knight to e4. Okay, they're looking for trades here. Let's just play queen to e1 here, I guess. And then rook to d1. Bishop takes f4, can't get played here. That's okay. Rook over to d1 here. I still have a decent attacking position here. Rook takes on d2. Bishop back to b1, knight to d6 here. Not a bad position. Queen g3 is going to come in the future. It would have been nice to have that extra pawn, but now I do have some open files here. What's the attacking idea, though? Knight to d4. Knight d6 is coming. Knight f6 check ideas. Doubling of the rooks here. Pawn takes, knight takes. Knight to c5 blunders a piece. So I guess knight back to c3. And then knight h5 will probably get played. Queen to e1. They're going to look for trades. And then queen takes. Time is still fairly low for me. my only big quarrel here. Trades, rook f8. Now queen to e1, attacking on e6. Knight to f4, not a threat yet. Rook to f1. Oof, not a bad move for them. They're threatening checkmate here. So king g1 here, I guess. Stopping checkmate, threatening knight takes on c6 and queen. Oh, I just... No. I was going to say, I thought I missed something, but I did not. Knight takes here on c6 is good. I think we're just going to do that. And now, rook d6 looks good. And queen e4 looks good. Let's go rook f2, I guess. No. So many moves here, but I'm not too sure which one's the right one. Let's go rook to d6 here, I guess. I got to be careful. There's still back rank checkmate's idea. Simple threat here is just to take on c6. Weaknesses galore. Okay. Queen e4 looks good. Knight e4 looks okay. I guess just rook takes on c6. Queen to d4 check. Is that a problem for me? Knight to e5. Rook c7. Is there a threat here? Rook to d6, I guess. Rook c7. Knight to d3. Bishop takes queen here. Knight check. King h1. If pawn took, then they had knight f3 check. Oh, wow. Really good game by my opponent. That's probably got to be at least an... I'd say like a high 85, if not 90% accuracy. Very nice game by my opponent. Not a bad game. All right, come on, guys. Let's get the next one going. Yeah, you can't feel bad when your opponent plays so well. I mean, you can, but it's just not helpful. Like, if you're making huge mistakes or something like that, that's like the time I would get a little sad or upset, but not anything before that. Come on. Let's get the next game going. It's about like the 3 minute. 3 minutes going to give us more time, but there's always something going on here, and I always can't find those tournaments. It's even harder right now because I would like to play the thematic tournaments, but those are just not happening either. All right, here we go. Oh, a basic scotch, but another mistake here. Queen b6 can get played. Typically, I play bishop e3 here, and then I just go for the easy idea of knight c. Oh, okay, see, they made their first weakness, this guy right here. This is called, ooh, a bad pawn right there backwards. Oh, you know what? Not a bad move. We'll play pawn takes here, knight to c3. We have a little bit of lead in development. Let's go ahead and castle. This puts pressure on the bishop. And depending where they move this bishop to is some problems. Here we go. Bishop b5 check. If the king goes to c7, like I'm assuming they will, knight to d5 check. I guess king goes there. Uh-oh. Knight takes b6 here. Rook takes on d6 check. Unprotected piece. Rook takes in check. Rook c6 check. Oof, this endgame's going terrible for them. They lost another piece. Rook check here again. Bishop takes check here, and I think they're getting mated now. Because after king here, rook takes on c8. Wow. Okay, I feel better on that one. And I'm going to clip that one. If somebody wants to, you can clip that one by yourself. But if not, I'll clip it later, because that's beautiful. You know, all it takes is one bad move in the endgame. And everything was just like tempo, tempo, tempo. All right, let's go for a... let's keep it simple. Let's go for a Bogo-Indian. A very good opening here. And let's castle. Well, it doesn't allow e4. Let's go c5 here. One of the first things we need to do is ruin this center as soon as possible. Pawn to d5 here. e3 should not have been played. Because by doing this, now the bishop is like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? And now let's go knight c6 here. Pawn takes here, perfect. Because if they take back, knight takes rook e8 check. And now we're creating some weaknesses. Knight here. Uh-oh, they didn't even do that? Okay. Let's go bishop to f5, bishop to d3 check. Ideas. Knight takes d5 is nice. Interesting. Bishop b4. I guess I have to take. Yeah, I guess I have to take here. Bishop takes c3 because they were attacking this guy 3 times. Let's go b6 here. Queen to d7 next to play bishop h3. Knight e4 is going to look good, and rook c8. This is a great position. Hey, Zenith, how's it going, dude? I didn't know that you were here during the day. Let's go knight to e4. The light squares are beautiful here, guys. B-E-A, beautiful. Queen to d7. Obviously, knight takes d2 check would be a very nasty thing to see. Queen to d7 here. Awesome sauce. Knight to d6. How'd you know I like this beautiful square right here? King f2 is going to be a great square for them. Knight c4. I guess queen c1 needs to get played now. Let's go h5, h4 ideas. Let's see if they just try and trade everything off. Not a bad idea for them. And unfortunately, there's nothing really I can do. I guess I could bring the rook over here. Oh, interesting. They want to play that. Let's go... I don't know. What am I supposed to play? I guess I'll trade here with you. And then rook over to e8. Oh, they played that way. I'm having a hard time predicting my opponent's moves. Let's go rook over to e8. If they take, now the light squares are weak and we have some ideas. Let's go h4. Bishop takes g4 I really want to play because I feel like one tempo might be perfect for me here. No, I don't think so, though. Let's go bishop d3. Rook to e1. Rook e6. Queen takes. And then they'll play queen e1. Queen d6. Queen a3. They'll play queen e5 here, I assume. If I trade queens here, it's a draw. Or at least a very hard win. Yeah, hard position here. I don't know. We'll play f5, I guess. No, that's a draw. Should not have let him trade like that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to play here. I guess queen to d7. Eesh. Funny enough, I think I could just play king over here. And that's not so terrible. Oh, they did that move. That looks even better. I missed that the queen was even attacking the pawn. Pawn takes. Queen to e6. I guess I just have to accept the draw now. Queen to d7. Oof, but the time, right? Dang it, the time. I forgot about that. But we'll have to accept a draw here. Yeah, all the pieces just got traded off. And with no little advantage here, it's just going to be a hard position now. Hopefully they're going to push forward or something. Bishop e6. Uh-oh. Okay, queen there. I guess they're going to play bishop e7 here. Bishop takes. Drop the pawn. Queen e7, just bishop d7 gets played. I prefer to play the bishop to e6 if I can. Okay. And the reason we do this is for queen check. Queen checks, and maybe we'll have something end over there. Okay, queen g6. Queen d3 check. Bishop g4 check. Ideas. All right, queen check. Bishop d5 check would be nice. Okay. Queen check. Queen check. Queen check. Wow, this is like almost a checkmate here. Almost. Queen g2 check. Queen h2 check. Bishop e6 check, because the king, I'm forcing him there. King there, huh? Oosh. I think I just might have to force a draw here, unfortunately. King h4. Yeah, we'll just force the draw. I think if the king tries to go the other route, they might be getting checkmated. Lunch break. Well, thanks for hanging out with me during lunchtime. Oh. what do I have? A loss, a draw, a win. Oh, I got 2 wins. I got 2 wins. Okay. So I can't feel too bad about this. The heck? Hello? Can you still hear me? All right. That looks good. Let's go ahead and berserk. Here we go. Pawn to e4. Let's take that centaur. Ah, dang it. e4, knight to f3. Knight to c3. Ah, knight takes on e5 here. Bishop c5 is a little mistake. They could take here on f2, but the point is that they're going to lose their center pawn, and I'm going to be with a good position. d4 next, I guess. Here we go. Bishop to d3 is coming. I assume they'll play there because now they're threatening there. And then we'll be able to castle. Knight f6 most likely next, which is not a threat to win the e4 pawn, since after I castled, now rook e1 will just pin and win. Pawn takes. Knight takes, loses. Bishop g5 here. Let's try it out. Now they could play h6 g5, but that's going to give me really good attacking chances. And after knight takes, I have rook e1 and f3 here still. Let's go f3, e5, I guess. f4, e5. I don't know. We'll play queen to d2 here. Yeah, I was going to say they'll probably play there. I can't say I really don't mind this. Oh, can I just take the pawn here on c7? Yeah, I guess I'll just take a pawn. Yeah, I don't see why not. All right, bishop back to e5 or bishop g3. Well, we'll just take on g3. I really want to play pawn f4 here and e5 and stuff. And with the pawns the same color, this is with the bishop same color here, plenty of good winning chances here. I just have to make a decision if I want to play f4 now or play g4 for a long haul and put the rooks here. I think f4 is a much better try. Okay. Well, I guess that changes everything. Pawn takes now. Rook over to e1. I guess we're using this rook, since this rook won't do anything on this file. g4, and then queen takes d3 with queen g6 ideas. And if you can win a pawn or something, I think you could even win like that. Rook e8, terrible. Rook e5, perfect timing. Double the trade off the pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's the wrong move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa. Okay, just a free piece. I don't know what's going on with Vlad, but it's not right. Hey, with that one, we're actually on the top board now in the first page. We're at number 8 position. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Keep it going. What's going on here? All right, let's berserk. Here we go. Pawn to e4. Let's take that centaur. Actually, I need to play some more Ruy Lopez's because I haven't been trying those very much. Ah, Sicilian. Perfecto. Let's do this. d4. I think this is the O'Kelly variation with pawn to a6. Knight c3 here. Knight to b3. Bishop b4. Bishop to d3. d5 is the main move here. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. Ah, this is the bishop g5. And then they play like h6 g5 here. So let's not go into that. The check here doesn't do too much. I think the pawn moving forward is actually much better here. Queen over to e1, going for the cheap shot, but luckily for me, I know where I'm going, and my queen wants to get over here as soon as possible. My queen was going to go to g3 anyways. And I actually want to keep the queen in this diagonal. I wouldn't want to play bishop e3, because black's main counterplay will come with these pawns. So with the piece in front of it, well, that's just stopping it, right? So my next moves are like queen g3. Actually, we'll play h3 real quick. And the reason why is because I want to play queen to g3, but I want to do this all in the right timing. Pawn takes, rook takes f6 ideas are in the air. Let's go knight to d4 real quick. I'd love to play my knight to f5 here, but as of now, the bishop will just take, and it will take with impunity. It won't really matter to them. Yeah, so they finally move that guy out the way. Bishop to d2. They're more than welcome to take this bishop. All it does is defend a pawn anyway, so I'm not against it. Rook takes f6 ideas will be in the future. If the knight wasn't here, I might have played it, but yeah, I don't know. There's too much time on the clock here too. Let's go queen to g3. Interesting move. I guess queen back to g5. Just attacking the knight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the knight h5 was a fast move, but I don't know how good it was. I really want to play knight to f5 here. Pawn takes there. I'll play rook f2 real quick. Oh, you know what? They have rook e8 here. So kind of a waste of time there. I guess my rook can just go to e1 and defend the pawn. Okay, queen back to g3. I mean, they can go back to h5 here. Queen to h2. I'm still putting pressure over here. Let's double the rooks. Lots of pressure over here now. Sacrificing ideas are definitely in the air. Knight f5. Interesting. g4. Oh, because they want to play queen h4 here. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. Things can get a little bit messy here, but we will live. And if this move, g5 looks pretty decent, bishop takes on g5. Okay, pawn just takes here. There, queen g3. They had this earlier, but in a much better source. And yeah, I was going to say, this does not look good for them. Let's go bishop c4 here. I want to play g6, but they can play... Oh, they played there. Okay, king h2. I still want to play g6 here. Okay, bishop to d3. And if they play here, I think I'm okay with just trading down to endgame. I'm pretty sure... Well, I don't really want to, but I think that's just best for me. Yeah, I'll just trade down to endgame here. King to g3. And then... Oh, interesting there. Pawn takes. g6. I'll play g6 here. I don't think I need to trade off the rooks just yet. Oh, I could just take the pawn here too, huh? Yeah, I guess I'll just take the pawn here. Okay. Let's go knight takes. And then rook takes. Okay. I guess knight back to d4. Oh gosh, my time. Dang it. Time. The bishop's not really good. Trading off of the rooks is definitely good for them. Bishop to f4. Rook there, king there. Attacking there. The bishop's going to do a good job of defending. Let's go bishop f1. Bishop takes. Bishop takes, king takes. Yeah. Okay. Knight f5. If they take, they lose. So we're going to go bishop d6 check now. And the idea is that the king has to go back. Or we go knight takes check here. Bishop e5. So kind of a drawish kind of position. Okay. King g2. King over. They helped me out because my king was very, very badly placed. But now it's very well placed. Knight f5. Knight e7 check idea. King d1. Bishop check, I take. The king needs to get to b2 here. Very low on time. Knight e3, putting pressure on the pawn. King over. King over. All right, where does this knight need to be? I want to get it over here to d3. So there. Here. Why do I want it on d3? On d3, it's going to be able to put some pressure on some of these guys. Pawn take, king has to take here. a4. Okay. Knight check. Knight back. Check. Knight b2. Oh, I just dropped the piece. And I lost on time. Good game. Check. Ah, dang it. Well, it's been happening more and more these days. Been happening more and more than I'd like to admit. Losing on time in winning positions, or at least drawn positions. So these things happen. How many losses is that? 2? Okay. Oh no, and I'm running out of gas too. Dang it. Thought the gas crisis was over. And I haven't heard that song in a long time. All right, here we go. Next game. Let's berserk. E3. C5. Let's take this center. They're playing this weird variation here. Pawn to D4 next, most likely. Knight C6. Queen A4 check. Queen H5 or something. Really weird. E5 will get played next. They can't play D4 anymore because I'll just en passant. Here we go. E4. Knight to D4. And knight E5. Let's try that out. So technically here they could play pawn takes, bishop takes check. Let's see if they figure it out. Bishop takes. Because after knight takes... Oh, okay, so this is incorrect because the bishop comes with a free tempo there. Knight to D3 checking ideas. Oh, but queen sack. Always interesting. Always interesting ideas here. We'll just play A6, B5, build this strong centaur. B5 in the future. Interesting. Let's castle. Don't move the same piece twice. This person does not apply to these rules. Pawn takes, of course. I'll take a free pawn and stop the king from castling. All right, let's go knight G5 here. Knight to E4. Does that do anything? I think so. Okay. Knight to E6. Defending. Oh man, it would have been so embarrassing to lose to something like that. H4 ideas, queen to D3 check ideas. Pawn takes check, en passant. Man, I don't think they know about this en passant rule, guys. Or they don't like it. Either way. Rook C8, everything's guarded here just enough. And let's go G6 here, kick the knight. Oh man, look, they have C4 here. King takes, knight F5 check. Wouldn't it be beautiful? I just got checkmated here with pawn C4. That would be amazing. I'd be so happy. What's the idea here? I did this so I could win the pawn here on E3. Looks like I can. Bishop takes. Rook takes here. Interesting. Knight takes. Bishop takes. It's so hard to tell what's going to happen in these games. Like, sometimes I get some really good players and sometimes other. Rook check. Bishop check. And I take the rook. Okay. Queen takes D3 check. Rook C2. Knight F7 check. Rook takes. And then checkmate. Awesome. Oh gosh. All right, 20 minutes left. And 1 second, guys, sorry. Okay, let's berserk here. E4. D4. Here we got the French over here. And pawn takes. C4. Knight C3. Knight to F3. Bishop D3 and then takes. H3. Bishop to E3. All right, pawn takes on c4, bishop takes over here. Knight to d5, we're going to castle here. Here I have my own gambit line that I've come up with. So taking the pawn either way is, believe it or not typically best. So it's going to give me really good chances. At least if they take the pawn. They can take on either one, but both of those are going to be not the best. All right, pawn takes, pawn takes. Knight takes, and so here, a few different moves here. We'll go ahead and just play the easy one, which is queen b3. So the idea is that we're winning our pawn back on f7 here. Bishop takes f7, I think, can also get played in this variation too, but yeah, so sometimes they do this, which is okay. Now I'm just up the exchange. Bishop e6 will get played. Queen to d3, knight to e5, rook to e1. Good position for me. Let's go a4, a5 real quick. Just stopping bishop takes a2 ideas. Now we have knight to g5, rook takes f6 ideas with queen takes on h7. Let's see, bishop d5, pawn c4. Okay. Queen d5, interesting. I guess we'll just play knight takes here. I have no reason not to want some trades. Rook e1. Rook e5 next move if he allows me. Okay, rook e5. Keeping it simple, just going to double the rooks. A little threat there with rook to d8, which is queen takes on e5 because my queen is unprotected. Okay, queen g3 here. Is this an idea? Rook e8 check. No, it's not really a threat because the knight actually defends the queen there. a5, a6 though. Okay, queen f3. Interesting. I guess pawn takes. Why not? Queen f5, putting pressure on the pawn. Really annoying. I can't... I mean, I guess I could have played rook e7 right away. Queen to d2, yeah. Good move. Good move. Queen to f3. Can I play if the knight, if the rook goes here, can I play rook e8 check? Because if f5, I mean if rook e8 check, knight takes, rook takes check, king h7, queen check is mate, right? So rook e8 check. I think this works. And then even if the king goes to h7, we have queen f5 check. So rook check, queen check, and then mate. Wow, how cool. That's actually a fun little one. And this is something that I learned with the chess.com, which is awesome. Woo! Here we go. All right. Well, we're only at 16 points, and our leader's at, oh my gosh, they're getting a lot more games than me. Oh, no, they've only had 2 more, but they haven't lost. Oh, no, they did lose. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on. We're just not doing that well, I guess. Actually, I haven't got any 5 points, and they started off with a grand score. Look at that, 5, 10, 15, 20. They were beating us in like the first 5 minutes, man. Well, hopefully we can get at least to the top 5 here. That would be nice. Our top 3. All right, here we go. Let's berserk. Oh, they berserk back against us. Here we go. Sicilian time. All right, g6. We got ourselves the accelerated dragon. Bishop g7. We got our c3 Alapin that we're playing against. Pawn takes d5 has been on the rage, but pawn takes or the pawn to e5 is both good moves here. Bishop c4. They're hanging on to the pawn these days, which is, yeah, not anything bad. I actually prefer those variations, at least if I'm playing that side. And we'll play the... Oh, I guess we just take here. Typically, what I'd like to do is the other version, but this is good here, too. Pawn e6 and knight c6 are ideas. Bishop g5, pawn f6. So e6 here. We're going to try to make this pawn a little bit weak. Knight to c6 here. Queen takes d5, or bishop takes on c6. This is good. And this defends this guy right here. And we're just trying to put pressure on this pawn. Cheer rebel. To the pedal. Again, knight takes d4 idea. I think technically, yeah, we're just putting pressure on the isolated pawn. That's all we're doing. Okay. Rook d7. Oh, rook to d6. f6 here? That doesn't do anything because they just take. So rook d6. What am I supposed to do here? Knight takes e5. Does that work? Knight takes and then rook takes and we're just up the exchange? Yeah, that looks good. Oh, wait a second. No, it doesn't work. Knight take. Oh, it does work. Knight takes on e5. Yeah, this is cool. If they play pawn takes, then we take and we still win a pawn. Okay, so now we just take, and then bishop takes on e5. We're up an extra pawn here with good pressure on the pawn. Rook c8 most likely next. Rook to c2. This is just going to be a very good endgame. Very clean. Rook c8, rook c2. Here it comes. And rook just takes here because I don't think that this is a bad endgame. Bishop d4, e5. And then the king runs all the way up. King, king, king. All right, hopefully we have some good endgame technique here. e4 check, pawn takes. And I got to find a way into this position. a4, if they take, this is good because then my king gets the access to c4. So let's go a4 here. And again, if they take, this is good. They're playing it right. So let's go bishop c5 here. Nice move by them. Let's go h5. Trying to see what's going on around here. e3 doesn't do anything. Bishop d6. The new plan would be to go to king c5. Yeah, so that's good. Bishop d6. Okay, so pawn takes. Bishop c5. King here. They need to bring the bishop back here to get the bishop out the diagonal. So now my king can go here. And this is also really nice. Okay, b4. Only move. Blocking off the bishop, and now the king go to c3 next. Pawn takes there. King c3 will take. Two passed pawns winning, and the bishop controlled it. Oof, that was pretty nice, guys. I like that one. That was pretty nice. Awesome. Very cool. All right, another one. I'm going to probably clip it and rip it. Clip it and rip it. All right. All right. Oh, with that one, we actually are in third place here. But like I said, there's no way we're going to catch up to number one here. 35 points. Calm down. This is just a game, bro. This is just a game. Alien move. Oh, the first place. Here we go. Oh, and they're berserking too. Here we go. D4. E5. Let's see how good they are. C3. They're at 2,000, so they're pretty good. Knight to F3. Bishop to B5. A6 typically is played here. Bishop to A4. We'll go ahead and castle here. We'll go H3 here. Typically they play bishop B4 or B5. Bishop B3. Bishop to E4. Bishop B3. I don't mind if they take here. Knight to D2. Annoying move. Just because this and this. Okay, I guess we'll have to take. No, I don't really want to take, though. Yeah, we have to take. So takes, pawn takes. Oh, they took back that way. That's interesting. I don't think that's the right way. Takes, rook over. We don't worry about that. They just got a really good knight. And then hopefully g4 can get played in the future. Rook to d1. Knight takes threat. Rook takes. Double the rooks. Okay. Rook takes. Very annoying opponent here. Queen d2. Bishop takes. King f1. Okay. Queen d8 check. Queen check. Could force a draw here. which I'm just going to do that because if I try to play for a win, this is just really annoying. Okay. I was going to say, if they don't take it. Yeah. Unfortunately, they played a line that's just so drawish. But, I mean, that's one of the reasons why they played. It's very solid, but as you can see here, it doesn't really get good winning chances there. And I missed the knight to c4 move. After that, everything just became, like, he just traded everything off. And, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He's playing against a higher rated opponent. And so, draws against them are going to be good. Here we go. Let's go into Berserk. Alright, we got d4. Let's go for it. Knight to f6. And let's go for a little bit more aggression. Oh, never mind. Knight c3. Boring. Jabava London. Boring. Very solid, but boring. Here we go, c5 here. Let's just go ahead and open up the game. Knight c6 will get played. Bishop to d6. Awesome. Queen takes on d6. Oh, interesting. They played there. Let's go ahead and castle. Nothing wrong with taking there. Pawn takes. Queen e7 here. We need to make sure that we don't lose this guy over here. Alright, bishop to d7, and then rook to c8 here. Open file here. Probably knight a5, c4 ideas are in the future. Actually, I think I'll bring my... Oh, interesting. Let's go rook e8. I guess they might go g5 there. I don't know what that does. Knight e8, knight e4. Yeah, knight e4 here. Trade should be okay for us. Now we could put pressure on this pawn. Knight takes on e5. Pawn takes bishop c5 and bishop c6. I'm liking this. Oh, they didn't take the pawn. Dang it. As you can see here, if they did take the pawn, things can get a little bit weird for them. I don't see a good kingside attack. Interesting. A little weakness right there. Let's go a5 to stop pawn to b4, though, and then probably a4 next. Okay. a4. Rook d7. Rook to d8. g6, I don't... Is this something that's bad for me? Okay, double up. Rook takes. Rook takes. Maybe bishop d4 here. Yeah, these bishops are just doing a great job. Man, everyone's defending so well here, man. Okay. What's the plan here? I think, yeah, again, the only thing I really see is like this. Queen to d8. Yeah, I'll just go for that. Pawn e3 check doesn't do anything. Let's go queen d8 with rook to d2 idea. The hope is that we can create some counterplay with these bishops in the long diagonal. Funny enough, the rooks are not worth as much here, so this is probably one of the better ideas. Oh, no, this is against a 1600 here. Rook to d3 is interesting here too, but I think I prefer rook to d2. Wait a second, does that lose? It does. E3 check. Okay. Okay. Bishop takes rook to d2. Here and here are weaknesses. I guess we just take. I don't know what the threat is. Rook b3. They can grab the file now with this move. H6 or G6. Ignoring them is definitely an idea. Queen to D2 I like the best here. Let's do that. Queen to D2. Oh man, Queen D2 might be losing. Rook to D1, so if I take... If Rook to D1... Okay. Go Rook B3. E3 check idea or something. Yeah, this Rook to D1 has always been annoying. Let's go E3 check. Just trying to open up this king, opening up the bishop. Queen to D2, threatening this bishop. Is there a way to defend? Just have to be careful about back rank checkmate. Yeah, I don't think there's a good move. Queen takes E2, it will be played. So if the queen goes to C4, rook to C3, and there's nowhere for the queen to maintain on the diagonal over here. So should be just okay there. Okay, rook C3. And then we can just take. Yeah. And the bishop has no access to any of the back ranks. Yeah, they went for this idea and they just didn't follow through. They should have played at least H6 or G6 to try to go for something there. And here we just take because after pawn takes here, we're going to make a queen. So everything's guarded and safe for us here. I guess I could have played queen takes D1 there too, but I think this technically is better since if they take now, they'll just give us a queen. Rook here, rook here. I assume they're gonna play bishop C2. I mean bishop E2. Yeah, game over. There's still time, but I don't think there's enough time to actually get a game for the tournament in. 26 to 36, man. Oh man, the guy in first place was on beast mode. Beast mode. Okay, there we go. Berserk. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? Ah, it's the Scandi. We love to attack the Scandi, and we're gonna play B4 for the Lionheart's Gambit. A3. They don't accept it. What? What kind of Scandi player doesn't take free pawns? Here we go, knight to F3, bishop C4, D3, and we're going to go ahead and castle here. All right, let's castle. Rook E1 idea, bishop E3. Bishop B2 here. I don't know, this looks aggressive. It's not really, but it looks aggressive. If I've learned anything in life, fake it till you make it. Maybe knight to H4 and we'll take this bishop. And then just try to build up the position. Alright, knight to H4. Bishop's trapped. Bishop G6 takes. Bishop E3. Okay, knight to E4. Trades I'm not against. I just want to make sure that they're beneficial. And most of these are going to be just with pawn structure. Pawn takes, and this is good for my pawn structure. E5 here. Yeah, I mean, if the knight has to go there, right? Yeah, this is interesting. Let's go queen F3. And I guess we'll go rook E2 here next. Because they're going to play the... Oh, you know what? I guess I could play bishop C3. Double the rooks. And then rook to E3. Bishop goes to C1. Because rook will go to D2 here. But after bishop C3, they'll have to move out. Bishop C1 or bishop C3? Interesting. Yeah, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why that was played. Bishop C1 can just get played. Everything's guarded. I guess maybe they'll start pushing their passed pawns. It's a sacrifice. I'll give you that. Let's play... Oh, man. What do I play to get rid of these guys? Bishop A2. Just trying to defend the pawn here still. And maybe bishop A3 here next. Yeah, I like that move. Oh, look at this cheeky player. Play king H2 here, I guess. And then I'll take here. I just don't want to take in check. All right, rook takes on E3. bishop e3 and bishop to d6 here. I think everything should be underneath control. Yeah, everything's underneath control here. So bishop a3 next. And I really want to get the bishop to this square. Let's see if they're going to get annoying with knight g5. They do. Queen g4 or f4? I guess queen f4 here looks better. I guess the knight just has to go back to h7. Okay. Bishop a3. They might add in g5 here. Rook f3. Little pressure on f7. How do they defend that? Oh, they have to play the queen to c7. Then my bishop comes in with d6. And everything's under control. He's locked down. Oh, interesting. That move gets played. Anyways, I play bishop d6 here anyways. Pawn c5. Probably queen b2 will get played. Bishop b3. Rook is guarding. c5, bishop takes e6. Doesn't work. Pawn takes. Okay. Queen e4, queen c6. a4 is the move. Queen check. Rook g3. Oh man. More complicated than I'd like this game. Oh man. Queen c6. f4 maybe. f4. I want to take on e6 here. Now we're getting into checkmate territory and the knight's still trapped. Oh man. What is going on here? Why is this so much more complicated than it needs to be? Okay, pawn takes. Bishop takes. Rook's guarding everything, so everything should be okay. Even bishop takes a3, so the pawns can't move forward here. And g8 will be a checkmate square now, too. Bishop takes. Rook a7, I assume. Bishop takes on a3. Bishop takes on a3. Bishop takes on f7. I guess the queen goes to f2 here. Okay, I'll take the free queen. Okay, bishop takes. Check and then mate. Oof, okay. Last round win, and I'm happy with that. There we go, guys. All right, guys, we got second place. Not a bad turnout, especially when your opponent's playing amazing chess over here. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.